Stream.
There it goes. Hold on. Let me see.
Popping up now.
Hold on. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties. Rockfin's being a dick. Hi guys. Hi. Welcome to the Action for Assange Vigil. Hopefully Rockfin's gonna. What is happening? I hate technology.
It looks like Restream's being stupid.
Okay. Oh, maybe I don't have. Hold on. I don't even have Restream up. Oh, I'm so good at this, you guys. It's been a while. Fuck. Can I do it now? Will it still work?
Yes.
I don't know which account I'm even logging into. Son of a bitch. Do you remember which email I used, Sleepy? For Restream?
Sorry, I had a tab open I had to kill.
You're fine. What the F is happening?
I think it's Restream. But we're on the YouTube and we're on PeerTube and Odyssey, so.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Okay, fuck it. We can just add it to Rockfin later, right?
Correct.
Okay. Well, hi guys. Hey everybody on Odyssey and YouTube and yes, I know. Thank you, Streamlab or StreamYard. Okay. All right, let's do numbers. Here we go. 4,137 days of illegal and arbitrary detention for journalist and publisher Julian Assange. 1,090 days since the WikiLeaks founder was kidnapped and trafficked from the Ecuadorian embassy after being sold to the UK in exchange for a $4.2 billion loan from the IMF. 454 days since Judge Vanessa Baratzer denied Julian Assange bail just 2 days after motioning for his release and her ruling against extradition. 1,685 days of inhumane pretrial detention for alleged Vault 7 whistleblower Joshua Schultz. 1,089 days since the start of the political persecution of Ola Binney. 370 days since drone program whistleblower Daniel Hale pled guilty to one charge under the Espionage Act. 176 days since Hale was transferred to a communications management unit at United States Penitentiary Marion in Illinois. 298 days since hacktivist Commander X was arrested in Mexico and extradited to the United States. In our good news, we have 126 days since Craig Murray was released from prison, 295 days since Reality Winner was released to home confinement, 753 days of freedom for Chelsea Manning, 503 days of freedom for Jeremy Hammond, and just 5 days until our action in DC, which I'm very excited about. I'm leaving on Friday morning. So I'll be doing my show Friday from DC, and then I'm going to do Rachel Blevins' show, her Rockfin show. And then we have an action-packed weekend. So everybody please come to DC. It's important. It's important. And Sleepy Josh is here. He's creeping. I don't know
everybody.
I don't know if anybody else is coming. This was Eric had something come up. Yes, free Alex Saab too. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. What was I saying? Oh, I don't know if anybody else is coming or not. I don't. Fuck it. I'm gonna have to just do it by myself, I guess.
Hey, we got the whole ass Collateral Murder video though.
We do have the whole ass Collateral Murder video. Because speaking of the Collateral Murder video, it is the 12-year anniversary of the release of Collateral Murder. And not much has changed. We are still allowing Julian Assange to be tortured for the crime of exposing literal war crimes, which no one has been even investigated for. Oh, I'm so over it. I'm so over it.
I can't believe it's been 12 fucking years, man.
I know.
And not one fucking person besides Assange and Manning have had any consequences.
I have to laugh or I'll cry because it's fucked up. We live in a fucked up society. Seriously.
Yes.
Chelsea Manning was tortured for what, 7 years?
7 years.
And then rearrested and re-tortured. And Julian Assange has now been tortured for over a decade. He's being held in isolation in a supermax prison in Belmarsh on remand, no charges in the UK, just because the US says so. All because he revealed 100% truthful and accurate information about the horrendous war crimes and corruption on the part of the United States and the UK in Iraq and Afghanistan. And it's fucked up. Like, you guys, you realize not one war criminal, not one has seen the inside of a courtroom.
Dude, they straight up killed fucking journalists in that video.
Yes, it's on video.
They're going after the journalist for releasing that fact. That's just And then you got these motherfuckers who are talking about press freedom. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Reuters, where are you? Hello, where are you?
Right.
Like they did the whole write up on the Julian Assange and Stella Morris wedding. They haven't had shit to say about the fact that Julian Assange revealed to the world that 2 of their journalists were murdered on the streets of New Baghdad by the United States,
And
and they don't
lied
have
to.
shit to say.
And
Yes.
lied to about
And you were
it.
they tried to cover it up. They lied to you. You tried to get the information. They tried. It took WikiLeaks. You asked for it. They wouldn't give it to you. Nope, nope. But WikiLeaks reveals it, and you don't have shit to say. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on the Guardian. Shame on the BBC. Shame on all of them. Really? Oh. But seriously, I'm over it. Like I'm over where is Reuters? Where are they? It's why are we that should be a red flag in my opinion. The fact that not only does this case directly impact the future of their profession, and but it's a story. Like who's not covering this? There's espionage, there's sex, there's plots to kidnap him in the streets of London. There's like talks of shootouts in the streets of London, and they're going to shoot out the plane of the Russian air or shoot out the tire of the Russian airplane that's going to be trying to whisk. Like they had all this shit worked up in their head. Like all these different ways that they were going to either kidnap or assassinate Julian Assange. There's seriously, it's drama. Like it's a story. It's a historical court case on press freedom. And really, none of them are covering it. Is that not a red flag? It seems weird that I have to beg people to cover what's going on with Julian Assange. It really does. It's frustrating, especially from the people who have benefited from the work of Julian Assange and WikiLeaks tremendously, built careers off of it, you know? Sorry.
Yes.
I'm angry.
Dude, it's the 12th anniversary of this shit.
Yeah, and then there's the 3-year anniversary of Julian Assange being kidnapped from the Ecuadorian embassy and tossed into Belmarsh. I'm angry right now. I've been trying really hard. Today, I like my almost my entire show today was something Assange. Like I was trying to throw Assange in there. I'm sorry. I've been trying to do better about that when I'm talking to other people, and focus on what they want to talk about. But this week it's hard.
You didn't bring it up a bunch. It was all right.
I tried.
It was
not
relevant.
to.
It was relevant.
It was. And it's important. I don't give a fuck. It's important.
Your show. You can do what the fuck you want.
Yeah, stay mad about it. You know what I mean? Oh, but yeah, the 3-year anniversary is really, that's a lot. It's a long time to be in Belmarsh, y'all. The
With no
Guantanamo Bay
charges.
of the UK.
With no fucking charges. That's insane.
Yeah, on remand. He had the 50-week bail jumping sentence, which was bullshit too, because dude
already
was just
served that shit though. If it comes down
been
to
over
it,
for a long time, over 2 years, like that 50 weeks. So it's been there's 52 weeks in a year, so 2 weeks, and then 100, so 102 weeks now, or no, because you have to add that. It's a lot of days. How about that?
When we have to think about how long it is, it's too fucking long.
Yeah. Oh. I'm just so annoyed that it's gotten this far. You know what I mean? I really am. It's like I don't know. I don't know what to say to people. How do you get people to care? Somebody tell me. Somebody explain it to me.
They're not going to care until they realize they have no more fucking free press and they can't talk about anything anymore. Unfortunately, I mean, I'm kind of a pessimist, but that's the only way I think people are going to give a shit about anything. But actually,
that's very frustrating. That's very frustrating.
Yes.
106 weeks. Thank you. I'm bad at math, especially when I'm mad or at the gym. Doing math at the gym is hard. It's not good.
Why the fuck are you doing math at the gym?
Because you got to count your reps and stuff and all, you know what I mean? And like you're on a timer, like it's a whole thing. And I hate math. And you got to like calculate your weight, how much you have on your bar, you know, all that stuff. Anyway. Yeah. I wish people would start caring. How come I care now? It's not affecting me now. How come I care and other people, I can't get other people to care? You know, I'm just frustrated.
I think there's a strong correlation with people who care and people who don't watch TV.
Yeah.
You're not a huge TV person.
No.
And most Assange people that are in this fight that I know don't really watch TV either.
I mean, I watch documentary, like, especially, like, I'm into true crime. Like, I watch me some
No,
true crime.
I'll watch TV, but like I don't watch news or anything. Like,
No.
hey, that,
Dude,
dude,
I
I
can't.
try to sit through it just to know what the fuck they're
I
saying. I'm like, oh
can't.
my god, this is terrible. This is like all propaganda.
It makes me angry. Like, I get
Well, I
angry
went like
watching
10
it.
years without watching that shit. And so when I went back, when I tried to watch it recently, I'm like, oh my God, what the hell happened?
I can't. The most I can stomach is like the clips. Like other people will play
Yeah.
clips and be like, "Listen to this thing." Like Jimmy Dore does it. A lot of people do it. Like, here's what Brian Stelter said on whatever.
Yeah. I can't sit
Yeah.
through the evening news no more. It's
No.
insane. And
Mm-mm.
like every other ad is either Pfizer or fucking Boeing. And I'm like, the fuck?
It's so weird.
It's weird.
Somebody put together a montage of all of the mainstream segments that were sponsored by, I think it was Pfizer. I think somebody did Pfizer.
Oh, I know which one you're talking
And
about.
it's
That thing was
just when
long.
they smash it all together, you really start to think about it, and it's
There was
that's
also
intense.
there was something some years back. I don't remember what it was, but I think it was like 2 3 years ago. But like all of these small little stations had the exact same wording for
Yeah.
whatever the fuck the story was, and it was creepy as shit.
Yeah.
It was creepy as shit.
Sinclair, it was the Sinclair
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Broadcasting
yeah.
mashup. Yeah. Yeah. I was trying
I
to
was
think of
like,
it. I'm so proud of
"Whoa."
myself. Usually I suck at names. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't remember
I
that.
pulled that out. That was nice. Yeah, it's terrifying. That shit is terrifying.
It's weird going from not watching that stuff and trying to watch it now. It just
Well, that's
I
why I
was
don't
like,
watch a lot of
wow.
TV because a lot of TV
Even
shows, there's a lot of
shows.
propaganda. There's a lot
Yeah.
of, messaging and all. I mean, it's a lot. I just can't. I can't. It makes me angry.
Dude, I used to love me some Law and Order and shit. I can't deal with that shit no more.
No.
Like it's sad.
Yeah. And they control so much of our media.
Yes.
So much.
They have made people like totally like cops, like even like when you shouldn't. Like I don't know, it's weird. They make you love war from all the like Jack Ryan shows and stupid shit like that. And
Yeah,
it's just
dude.
it's something else.
The Jack Ryan thing, that was one where they like, as soon as we were
Remember
talking
the
about Maduro,
Venezuela
they went to
nuke or something?
Venezuela.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's the
Yes.
one.
Because that's right around that time is when I thought we were going to switch to Maduro being the evil guy of the world. So that's when I changed my Twitter handle to Comrade Misty is Maduro's amiga.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. That didn't last. I think Putin's who we're sticking with for the bad guy that we need right now.
Well, I mean, they spent how many years doing Russiagate, so they were building him up for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Maduro just was like a little distraction. It's like that thing where they push it so far until we start to see
Well,
some shit and then they
they
back
couldn't get
off.
their guy in.
Yeah.
If they would have got their guy in, it would have went differently. But everyone's
Yes.
like, "Who the fuck is this Guaido dude?" They're
He's
like,
such a
"Who the
dork.
fuck is this white guy?" Like,
He's so bad. Like you would think that they'd be able to pick out somebody who would be more effective than that. You know what I mean?
at
Like
least
he's
would blend in
so
with the crowd, dude.
yeah.
Like, the guy didn't
He's
like
so
it's
obvious and just
obvious plant, dude.
awkward and yeah.
Just
Obvious, man. Like maybe they don't care though. I mean, it's not like they need to hide it. If it didn't work, then it's not they could go
yeah,
elsewhere. It's
they're like,
so,
fuck it.
yeah.
We'll go fuck with
We'll
Russia for
take
a
our
while.
shot and then we'll go fuck with Russia for a while and then we'll go back and we'll
Go bomb
find some other
Syria, fuck
guy.
up
Yeah.
Yemen some more.
Oh, dude. Okay. We have to talk about this because I'm so fucking over this shit. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the tweet. I'll pull it up because this shit is getting on my nerves. I'm not even kidding. I'm so done with these people. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I think I need to go to my tweets and replies. Come on.
I haven't been on Twitter much. Is it today?
I haven't really either. Nope, that's not it. Mother F. Somebody was saying to me that so I said something about collateral murder being a war crime, and somebody tweeted at me, is this as bad as Russia and Ukraine, implying that what Russia's doing is worse than collateral murder. And
We,
I am
we what?
so tired of this shit. I
Dude,
can't even tell you.
they shot children and journalists
Well, here's the thing. Forget
on
that.
camera and
Forget
laughed
that.
about it.
I know, yes. It was like they were playing a video, but let's forget that. Are we really trying to pretend like anything Vladimir Putin has done even compares to the war crimes of the United States? And people will be like, oh, okay, cool. Whataboutism. No, it's not whataboutism. It's me saying that if you're the United States, you have that kind of record. Who the fuck do you think you are? Wagging your finger. We are actively participating right now in a genocide in Yemen, and
Dude,
we're wagging
one
our
day
finger
in
at Vladimir
Yemen
Putin, and we
is
think that we deserve to be taken seriously. Get the fuck out of here. No,
I'm not even saying I think what Putin's doing is,
no. He's
right.
an oligarch. He's a shitheel. He's a psychopath. They all are. I don't
But
give a fuck. Nothing he's doing compared. You cannot
why
pretend to
does it
be the
always have to
world's.
be a pissing contest with these people?
Well, we don't get to be the world's like moral like
No.
judge. No. No, no, we aren't even like accountable for our war crimes, and we have threatened to invade the Netherlands if they
What?
tried to come after us. That's a real thing.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like we said that we will not go along with the ICC, and if they try to come after us, then we will protect our. Dude, I'll pull it up. Seriously.
Oh my god.
Seriously. Seriously, you guys. That's what I'm saying. It's not whataboutism. I'm saying that we don't have any standing. We have no standing. No. Shut your fucking mouth. No. We don't really. We think that we get to wag our finger at somebody else. Again, we're actively participating in a legitimate genocide in Yemen and have been for 7 years. We're actively engaged in helping Israel destroy Palestine. We're actively engaged in illegally occupying and bombing Syria. Do I need to continue? And really? No.
Not to
Nothing
mention
that
all the
Putin has
weird,
done in
shit they're doing in Africa, dude. Like, I mean,
what the fuck?
We're literally like attacking like more countries than I can like remember off the top of my head. That's a problem.
Dude, yes.
But Putin in Ukraine, I'm like, yeah, he's wrong too. You don't have to, just because someone else is doing something doesn't make that other thing wrong or right or whatnot. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
Maybe be consistent if you're anti-war. Maybe be against all of these things.
Thank you. Oh, my favorite thing is when Bernie Sanders tries to get on Twitter and be like, we need to end these endless wars as he's supporting the F-35. Like, and has been since its inception. Like, dude,
well, at least it's a lemon and it's a piece of shit.
Well, still though, he's supporting the production of weapons of war and then pretending like we need to end all wars. Those two things don't go together, homie. What you think that we're gonna make a bunch of F-35s and then not use them?
Nah, they're gonna paint some rainbow flags and go to air shows.
I'm really fired up tonight. I'm sorry, you guys. It's been a while since I've been able to like bitch. You know what I mean? I can't really do that right now. So this is like an exorcism.
Should we play some Collateral Murder to get you in the mood?
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, we should. Hold on. I'm going to pull this up though. If I can remember how to do it. The U.S. Hague invasion. Did that come up?
Didn't know.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So the U.S. Hague Invasion Act becomes law. A new law supposedly protecting U.S. service members from the International Criminal Court shows that the Bush administration will stop at nothing in its campaign against the court. U.S. President George Bush today signed into law the American Service Member Protection Act of 2002, which is intended to intimidate countries that ratify the treaty for the International Criminal Court, or the ICC. The new law authorizes the use of military force to liberate any American or citizen of a U.S. allied country being held by the court, which is located in The Hague. This provision, dubbed the quote Hague Invasion Clause, end quote, has caused a strong reaction from U.S. allies around the world, particularly in the Netherlands. In addition, the law provides for the withdrawal of U.S. military assistance from countries ratifying the ICC treaty and restricts U.S. participation in United Nations peacekeeping unless the United States obtains immunity from prosecution. At the same time, these provisions can be waived by the president on quote national interests, end quote, grounds. We're just not, we want to be not unaccountable. No, we don't want to be held accountable. So we're good on all that. And if you come for
I
us,
mean,
then we will invade the Netherlands to
I-
free whoever it is that you're holding.
we did not set up the UN to be held accountable, Misty.
But that's what I'm saying. You think you got shit to say to Putin? Shut the fuck up. Just shut up. Stop talking. I'm so
Yes.
tired of it. I really am.
All right. Well, let's watch some little psychopaths for a few.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so here we go. This is it's the 12-year anniversary of the releasing of the Collateral Murder video. So
And you should be able to pause this at any time, Misty.
okay, cool. Yeah, I might have some words to say.
I figured.
There's gonna
And
be
I will
words
be
to
right
say.
back in a minute.
Okay, how do I start? Do I just which one? Oh, you're gonna do it. Okay.
On the 12th of July 2007, the US military responded to reports of small arms fire in a Baghdad suburb. The military stated that they couldn't positively identify the gunman, so they dispatched US Apache helicopters to the area. The events that followed have been subject to much debate and investigation. By mid-morning of the 12th, a dozen Iraqis were dead. Among them, 2 Reuters news agency staff members gunned down by a US Apache gunship. Now, recently, a video of the event has been posted online by the whistleblower WikiLeaks, provocatively titled Collateral Murder. It shows us the build-up to the shootings, the aerial attacks, and the audio communication between the pilots and the ground forces. In the next half hour, we'll watch the video with the WikiLeaks editor and a US military analyst giving us their perspectives on the unfolding events. We must warn you, however, the following footage contains some images and audio that you might find disturbing.
This event has gained a lot of attention because this was video and it's very easy for people to see what's going on and to have faith that in somehow this is a true representation. It's not too complex. There's no language barriers for visual material.
I just drove over a body. Yeah.
We released the policies behind this material as far back as 2007.
That's a fairly accurate assessment so far.
The classified US military policies. We have been doing things surrounding these events for a number of years.
Oh, it's their fault for bringing their kids to a battle. That's right.
As we get more resources, we are able to do things like send people to Baghdad to flesh out background of material we release, which is great.
Well, I think we do have the luxury of looking back at it and from the comfort of our own, seats.
Roger. I just estimated there's about 20 of them.
When you're out in the battle, of course, you're being confronted, especially in a guerrilla war where you don't know exactly who the enemy is.
You have 5 to 6 individuals with AK-47s.
Soldiers are even more on edge than they are in a conventional war because they know the people have uniforms.
Yeah, we got a guy shooting. Now he's behind the building. God damn it.
They're constantly on edge. They really showed that they were acting for their own safety in certain respects when the camera was mistaken for the RPG.
We got an RPG. All right, we got a guy with an RPG. I'm gonna fire. I gotta do is pick up a weapon. Request permission to engage. Come on. Light them all up. Hey, Roger. And there's more that keep walking by, and one of them has a weapon.
So what you are seeing here is the gun camera footage from the Apache helicopter, a US Apache helicopter, circling around New Baghdad. The helicopter was called in to the general vicinity at 9:50 a.m. after there was a reportage of small arms fire. There's no report in our records of that hitting US troops. And most importantly, there was no positive identification. That is, the location and description of the individual was never established. So there cannot be any allegation sustained that the particular people that this Apache helicopter will go on to attack were known to be people who had been previously shooting on US forces.
Big firm. And open the courtyard.
Certainly journalists are going to go in, interview people from the other side and that sort of thing. It's still unclear if they were hanging out with insurgents, and if they are, then I think they have to be more careful. This is the problem with war, especially guerrilla warfare, is that you don't know who's friend, foe, or neutral. And so if journalists are with the insurgents and
Can we just point out that we shouldn't even be there? Just real quick. Just real quick. I just want to point. We shouldn't even be there.
But I thought they had weapons of mass destruction. I was told there would be weapons of mass destruction.
They're out there somewhere. Isn't that what W. Bush said?
I
be out there
think so. It
somewhere.
was something like that.
It was
Yeah,
like he made a
we'll find
joke
'em.
about it at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, I think it was.
I think it
Just made a
was.
joke, like a flippant joke. Oh, they gotta be. We lied you into a war. Isn't that funny? What the fuck? And, like it was just played off. Like they mocked him on Saturday Night Live or whatever, and that was it. Like he just made a joke about the fact that hey, we just lied you into a war.
Hey, we
gotta
just
be-
admitted we're all war criminals.
Yeah, I mean. Ay. Okay, so again, the Namir with the camera, that's a Reuters journalist. He's carrying a camera. Yeah. And this guy trying to justify this shit and well, it's war, and so it's justified to just start shooting whatever. And here, can I share something else real quick, Sleepy, or will that fuck it up?
No, you can.
Okay. Because Kit Clarenberg, who's a great independent journalist, you should support his work. He when I tweeted out the video earlier, or maybe it was yesterday when I tweeted out, I was just saying that tomorrow, which look, you guys, I actually got traction with a tweet that has the words Julian Assange in it, and WikiLeaks and Collateral Murder. I mean, that's got to be some kind of luck right there. Usually those tweets are very shadow banned and it's hard to get traction. Every once in a while, one will sneak through, but usually it sucks. Okay, so Kit Clarenberg tweeted this out to remind me, never forget that Josh Stieber, one of the soldiers in the Collateral Murder video, was amazed by the outcry its release caused. The horror he witnessed was absolutely nothing out of the ordinary. In fact, it was fairly tame. So this isn't even the worst of what, you know what I mean? That like this guy said, listen, here we go. Did that come up okay? Okay, just want to make sure. Okay, so the question was, what was your reaction when you saw the Collateral Murder videotape posted by WikiLeaks? He says, when I first saw the tape, I was startled to find out what it was. When I started to see the way that the video was framed and the discussion flowing from it, I guess I was surprised too at how extreme it was made out to be. Coming from my background, I can see why the common viewer could see it as pretty extreme, but for me, it wasn't really anything out of the ordinary. Obviously,
you double tapped civilians.
Kids.
So you're saying war crimes weren't out of the ordinary. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's totally normal. Totally normal. That's a war crime. They shot at journalists and then they shot at kids. And then they joked about it. Well, shouldn't have brought kids to a gunfight. They didn't. He was taking his kids to school and came upon a massacre and tried to stop to render aid. And you guys strolled back on through and then murdered him in front of his kids. Really? That's normal? Okay. Again, war's fucked up. We shouldn't even be there. We weren't even supposed to be there. Why are we not talking about that aspect of it? Okay, so here he goes on. Obviously, on a moral level, I object to what is shown and to a lot of what went on over there. But the reality is that what was shown in the video was not really that out of the ordinary in Iraq. So listen, on a moral level, this is really bad. It's gross. But that was just normal. So it's fine. It's I guess. Okay. Did that switch? Okay. I'm always paranoid it won't. So one policy that we had that was fairly similar.
Glory Jones.
Huh?
Hello.
Glory.
I was wondering who added me.
It was Sleepy because I'm on a different screen.
I know, I could tell.
Did you get your haircut?
No.
Oh. It looks a little bit shorter.
Does it? It's just because I have some of it up.
Oh, okay. Well, it's your little picture too, so I can't really see that well. Okay. Sorry. Hold on. One policy that so we're Glory, just so you know, we're going over Collateral Murder, and then we're talking about Kit Clarenberg tweeted the series of tweets out from an interview with one of the soldiers that was involved, where he was like minimized, like, oh, that was normal. Like, I don't know what you guys were so upset about. Okay, so one policy that we had that was fairly similar or even more extreme than this was that if a roadside bomb went off, then we were supposed to shoot anyone standing in that area. So it pretty much got to the point that the philosophy was to out-terrorize the terrorists. We were told that we needed to make the local population more afraid of us, so that maybe if they see someone trying to plant a bomb, they'll try to stop them rather than having to face whatever we might do afterwards. We're just gonna out-terrorize y'all. How do you think we get terrorists? It's by doing this
dude.
shit. This shit.
Just imagine how many terrorists we've created in the last 20 fucking
Seriously,
years.
if this is how you like are treating people and you're like trying to out terrorize them and just shooting at will just because they happen to be standing in the wrong place at the wrong time, their friends and their family, they're gonna be pissed. And that's how you radicalize somebody real quick.
Come on, man. It's like fighting fire with fire. Everybody knows the easiest way to fight terrorism is with more terrorism.
Obviously, dude. Jeez.
Yeah.
I hate this country. Okay. Another question. So your training was essentially designed to make you view the people of Iraq as less than human. He said, yes, that this was a definite part of it. We'd have battle cries like, quote, kill them all and let God sort them out, end quote. They'd have us sing very dehumanizing songs as we were marching around, talking about killing women and children. There were so many things that were designed to eat away at your common humanity and to stop you from thinking in those terms. One of the cadences that Josh and fellow soldiers marched to in training included the words, I don't even know if I want to read this. I went down to the market where all the women shop. I pulled out my machete and I began to chop. I went down to the park where all the children play. I pulled out my machine gun and I began to spray. I mean, we're definitely the good guys. I mean,
also
obviously,
war crimes.
We're just bringing democracy to these people. That's what we're doing. You hear a song like that one day, and then you hear a chaplain at church blessing what you're doing the next day. And then you have people back home writing that you're protecting them and helping them. You can get all caught up in it, and it can definitely mess with your psychology. New question. You talk in your letter about the U.S. war and occupation depriving the Iraqi people of their humanity. What about the U.S. soldiers? Has it also deprived them of their humanity? Answer, I would definitely say yes. How could it not? I would definitely say so. What moved me first to write and talk about this video is that a lot of the dialogue about it was kind of putting everything on the shoulders of the soldiers. Of course, everybody does have a choice and is responsible for it, but on another level, it is wrong to put it all on them when soldiers are told what they are doing, what their country expects of them. If you just look at this one instance and not the bigger system that has produced it, these things are just going to keep happening. We have to look at the system that's creating them. And I 100% agree with him. This is just the culture. This is we have a culture of exceptionalism, murder, death, chaos. That's what.
And let's not forget the whole purpose of fucking basic training is to dehumanize you.
Yes.
100%. So you're a
to
good
tear you
little
down.
drone.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't necessarily blame all the fucking soldiers.
I do
I do to an extent, but that's what they were brainwashed to do when they were like fucking 18, 19 years old.
Yeah.
It's
When they
insane.
first got in there, first thing.
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't want to let them off the hook entirely, but I do have like some sympathy for just the situation.
His point ain't wrong though,
No.
Yeah. Like I don't think they're as bad as cops, in terms of like the culpability that I assign to them.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, there's a lot of brainwashing. No, there's a lot of brainwashing in this country. And so especially because the military recruits like these 16, 17-year-old kids. I mean, at 17, I was dumb. You know what I mean? Like, there was no way I was going to be pulled into the military dumb. No way. But yeah, like I think that's a lot of kids are going to make, and especially given the level of, what's the word glamorizing we do, like you're a hero and you're
the way they recruited too, it's like I remember too, because when I was in high school, like they'd always hang around the athletes or the military recruiters. I mean, they'd always hang around like the athletes or the black and brown kids, and they'd hang around being like, hey, do you want a career? Do you want to go to college for free? that opportunity is available to you. You can have a career laid out in front of you if if you just follow me and join the military. And it's like, oh, wow, are you guys fucking full of shit?
See, look, Hobbs agrees with
like
me.
the most obscene. Oh, it'd be like the most obscene shit too. Like I would just be walking around and they would be like, hey, you look like an athlete. You'd be a great fit for the military. I'm like, hold up.
Yeah, they
Fuck
tried to
you.
talk to us. Like, nope. I said, no. No, that's not happening. No. I was never going to be. I talked my baby brother out of going into the military. No, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't join the military. Don't join the military, kids. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Whatever they're telling you you're going to get for it, your education, a job, a career, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Oh, man. It's sick. The recruiting in this country is sick. It really is. It's very exploitative. We have a poverty draft. I mean, the top 2 reasons are healthcare and education that people enter the military. That's intentional. There's a reason for that. There's a purpose. That's why we don't have healthcare. That's why we don't have education. That's why we don't have jobs, because they can use that to draft. They don't have to have an actual draft. We just have a poverty draft. Oh, I just fucked up my computer. Oh, there it goes.
Well, I mean, and getting rid of the draft was one of the fucking smartest things they did.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it didn't hit home to as many families anymore.
Yeah.
Yep.
Another thing that they got really smart about after Vietnam is we don't see war anymore. Like, we get to see the rockets when they take off, and Brian Williams gets to cream in his pants in excitement about how beautiful they are, but we don't ever get to see where they land. Like, they learned that after Vietnam.
Well,
there are no more journalists embedded.
Well, let's add the caveat to that, because you don't see war unless it's the fucking 24/7 4K HD live stream coverage you get of false flags in Ukraine.
Well, that's I don't really consider that. But yes. Yeah. We'll get the production. We get the production. We don't get to see anything else. It's it's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
All right, should we continue?
Yeah, I'll add it.
Okay.
In a situation like this, then they're probably really endangering their lives.
Hotel 26, Crazy Horse 18, have individuals with weapons. 4 radio.
Cameras.
Yep, he's got a weapon.
They have cameras.
You see a couple AK-47s. I do see the actual RPG, which was not mistaken.
Here is an individual who has something that is long, that may be a rifle, may be a rocket-propelled grenade launcher. It may be something else. It may be a camera tripod. It may be a bit of building equipment. We don't know.
Request permission to engage.
Roger that. We have no personnel east of our position, so you are free to engage over.
All right, we'll be engaging. Roger, go ahead. I can't get them now because they're behind that building.
But now they're going to find out that the camera, the guy they think has the RPG, and they get very panicked, and they're very ambitious to fire at this point because the RPG is capable of knocking down the helicopter.
That motherfucker just said they were very ambitious to fire. Yeah, they were pumped about
America, fuck yeah.
So
you guys, seriously, really? We're allowed to just shoot it. It's like they're like cops. They're trigger happy little bitches who are scared. And that's intentional too. They're in a ridiculous situation. They shouldn't be there. And they've been convinced and gaslit and all of the stuff. Come on. Seriously. I mean, again, we're not blaming necessarily these dudes who are in the Apache helicopters. But that is some ambition.
Yeah, well, and the fact that they received less punishment than the man who fucking revealed this footage so we could see what happened. Like,
they've got no punishment. Zero. Nobody. None of these people. Nobody. None of these motherfuckers. Nobody who approved this. None of the people who created the culture that is our military, which is turning people into murder happy, douche canoes. I mean, seriously, the Bush Cheney, No. George W. Bush has a painting career and, gets to go on Ellen and dance. And Julian Assange is in prison.
Mandy Jones asked, who's the bitch ass commentator? I added the
I forget
bitch
what
ass
they said
myself,
his
by the
name
way.
was, but
Yeah.
they're doing the both sides thing. You got to show both sides of the argument.
Yeah.
We shouldn't even be there. They shouldn't be in an Apache helicopter hovering over the streets of New Baghdad. They shouldn't even be there. Period. End of story. The whole fucking war was a war crime. It was a lie. We know it was a lie. Like, it's just common knowledge, right? Like most thinking people, if you ask them, it was a lie. We invaded based on lies. I mean, that's pretty established. And yet Julian Assange is in prison. And the people who orchestrated a full-blown war on lies are fine.
That was Julian's voice you heard too.
That was
Mandy.
Julian's.
Yeah.
Yes. Isn't it nice to hear his voice? It is. It would be nice.
Yeah.
We need to hear from Julian Assange. I would like to hear from Julian Assange.
Be nice to fucking hear from him,
Yeah. I'd like to see him. I'd like to hear him. He should be able to speak, especially given the fact that we know that he's been subjected to psychological torture for over a decade, has been in a supermax prison for 3 years, and there were plots to kidnap or murder him by the country that he's facing extradition to, and they're the ones basically in charge of his imprisonment, and so his life is in jeopardy every single day. I would like to see and hear from him. He shouldn't even be there. I'm very pissy, Glory Jones, just so you know.
I got it.
I'm angry today. Also, I haven't had a chance to bitch for a while, so it's kind of like frustration vomit right now. A little bit.
All right.
Yeah.
Disclaimer. This vigil is also going to be littered with some of Misty's bitching and frustration vomit.
At this angle, how maybe that could be confused with someone attempting to fire an RPG. But nonetheless, the permission to kill all those people was asked for before this event and was granted before this event.
Yeah, we got a guy shooting. Now he's behind the building. Roger, I'm going to be coming around.
He was right in front of the Brad.
When these helicopters were circling, they were repeatedly circled around, so it wasn't just one time around. They have a 30-millimeter rotating cannon on them, which is just a big Gatling gun.
You're clear.
Where the fuck did you pull that out of your fucking ass? Like,
light them all up. Come on, fire. Hey, Roger. Keep shooting. Keep shooting.
What is being shot is a 30-millimeter cannon. It's either explosive or depleted uranium. They're either fragmentation, which is probably what is being used here. They hit the ground and send out fragments.
Roger.
6 is a 2-6. We'll move, but we got that.
This sweeping hits part of this house, and in fact there was one woman killed in this house and another person injured.
All right, you're clear. I'm just trying to find targets again.
You could criticize the people in the helicopters, but of course they've been put in this situation, and that's where the fault may lie.
Got a bunch of bodies laying there.
I can tell you where the fault doesn't lie, with the journalists who published the video. That's where it doesn't lie. How about that? How about that?
Fucking 30-millimeter rotating Gallic gun, my fucking ass.
They exploded
What
these
the
people. They
fuck
didn't
kind
just
of
like shoot
bullshit
them.
is that?
They exploded these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was not pretty at all. And hold on, it gets worse. They're gonna be shooting at kids here in just a minute. Just hold on. I'm sorry to have to show this to you guys, but again, this is normal. Like the guy said, this is every day.
Hey, it needs to be shown. It's hard to find these fucking videos out there.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Julian.
Hey, you shoot, I'll talk.
You shoot, I'll talk.
George 1-8, this is Hotel 26, over.
Roger, currently engaging approximately 8 individuals.
So notice the report back. We are engaging approximately 8 individuals, KA, RPGs and AK-47s. But of course, they only ever said that Namia's camera was an RPG. So this is an exaggeration.
Hotel 26, you need to move to that location once Crazy Horse is done and get pictures, over. Romeo, over.
The Hotel 26, Crazy Horse, 1-8.
Oh yeah, look at those dead bastards.
Nice.
Oh,
Look
it's
at those
like
dead
the language people
bastards.
use
Fuck
when they play
you,
video
fuck you,
games. They feel a sense of
Psychopath.
accomplishment from killing those people.
Nice. Good shoot.
Seriously, what kind of what level
You see that they're
psychopath?
thrilled to have killed those people, and they are congratulating each other on killing so many.
Crazy Horse, 1-8.
If you do this day in, day out, and you'll give them permission to do this, and you're encouraged by your superiors to get high kill counts.
Master 7, Crazy Horse, 1-8. Location of bodies, Mike Bravo, 5-4, 5-8.
They've really been desensitized to warfare. I think under combat, when your adrenaline is high and that sort of thing, and you think there may be a potential threat, you're going to err on the side of saving your own life.
It's Crazy Horse, 1-8. That's good.
How the fuck are you? How the fuck
It
are
was,
you?
that's the comp defense.
Hold up.
I was
Pause
scared
this
for my
fucking
life.
Shit. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Bro, it's that ass like watching cops going about. Oh, I fear for my life. I fear
You had
for
a
my
cell
life.
phone. I totally
I
thought
fear-
it was a gun.
Oh my
It's the
God.
same fucking
I
thing.
thought he had a gun. I fear for my life. No, you fucking pussy ass motherfucking bitch. Like, if you're gonna fear for your life in that context, you're a little bitch and you're not cut out for that kind of work. First of all. Second of all, just fuck you. Like, take responsibility for the death, bro. Like, nah. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
And then we expect people who have experienced this, because again, these soldiers, while they are at fault, have also been conditioned. And like the dude just said, like Julian just said, you're encouraged, you're cheered on, you're celebrated for a higher kill count. Like the goal to kill as many people as possible. That's a real thing. That's a culture thing in the military. And then we expect those people,
not just in the military, clearly, it's a culture thing in general. I mean, look at what we're witnessing now with all this fucking bullshit in Ukraine. People are just like, yeah, no fly zone, fuck Putin. Like, I'm gonna pull Russian vodka off the shelves. Like, people are just excited to get an adrenaline pump in their sad fucking lives from feeling a part of the war. Op Russia.
Yeah. Ugh. And everybody needs a bad guy, right? We gotta have somebody to hate, take our aggressions out on. It's gross. Like, it's 2022 and we're still doing this shit. Like, still blowing people up for profit. That's just normal. We're fucked up. We fucked it up. We don't deserve this shit. Seriously. Ugh.
A bunch of blue trucks, a bunch of vehicles in the courtyard.
Now they're looking for some more targets because they've shot the initial.
Because now they got the they're ready.
Guy.
Like they're excited now. They want some more people to kill. Come on, gotta get at least 20 for the day.
Appears to be wounded, trying to crawl away.
Now they're focusing on the body.
Roger, we're gonna move.
It's moving.
Roger, we'll cease fire. We won't shoot anymore.
And hoping he'll picking up a gun. He's getting up, and so they're.
Getting up. If he has a weapon though in his hand. No, I haven't seen one yet. You guys got that guy crawling right now on the curb? Yeah, I got him. I put 2 rounds in here.
These people are fucking looking for excuses to shoot this man.
But he doesn't pick up a gun, so they're just waiting on him, watching him.
Roger, I'm just trying to make sure that you guys have my turb over.
Roger, we got the turb. Come on, buddy. All I gotta do is pick up a weapon.
Yeah, so come on, buddy, all you do is pick up a weapon. Come on, just pick up a weapon. And they want the excuse to kill him. Apparently they gain some pleasure from either the kill or from the kill count, getting a high score in the game of war.
I'll pop flares. We also have one individual moving. We're looking for weapons. If we see a weapon, we're going to engage. Now, Bushmaster, we have a van that's approaching and picking up the bodies.
Wow, vans approaching wounded people to help them because they're wounded? Jesus fucking Christ, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, that van right there, 2 kids. Just so you know. Just so we're clear, 2 kids.
Roger. Break. Crazy Horse 1-8. Request permission to engage.
So the controller tells them they need to stop this evacuation of weapons and bodies.
Come on.
Weapons and bodies. No, these are just
But it
people
looks like the
that came
pilot
across a
understands
massacre
that
and are
their
stopping to
commander
help.
will give the go signal if there is some interaction with weapons. So they seem to have this understanding that if people pick up the wounded, that is enough reason to get permission under the rules of engagement to kill them.
Request permission to engage.
Bushmaster 7, Roger. This is Bushmaster 7, Roger. Engage.
1-8. Engage. Clear.
Come on.
Clear. Clear. Warren,
And you can see that they also deliberately target Saeed, the wounded man, on the ground. Despite their earlier beliefs that they didn't have the rules of engagement, that the rules of engagement did not permit them to kill Saeed when he was wounded. When he was rescued, suddenly that belief changed. But you can see in this particular image, he is lying on the ground and the people in the van have been separated, but they still deliberately target and kill him.
I got an azimuth limit for some reason.
This is why we called it collateral murder. In the first example, maybe it's a collateral exaggeration or incompetence when they strafe this initial gathering. This is recklessness bordering on murder, but we couldn't say for sure that that was murder. But in this particular event, this is clearly murder.
left. Clear left.
There you can see how powerful the cannon is because it just shot out all the tires in the van and everything else in the van.
All right, Bushmaster Crazy Horse 1-8. A vehicle appears to be disabled. There was approximately 4 to 5 individuals in vehicle moving bodies. Your lead, Bradley, should take the next right. That's cruising east down the road. No more shoot.
So now you'll see the ground forces come into the picture. So they're holding fire, so they don't want to have friendly fire on the ground forces because identification, friend or foe systems in the military are still not all that good. So they have restricted fire when the ground troops come into the area.
Lie. It's a fucking lie.
Your lead, Bradley, just turned south down the road where all the engagements happen. Should have a van in the middle of the road with about 12 to 15 bodies.
You can see that they are bragging about, hey, look, go down the road, you'll find 12 to 15 bodies. They are bragging to the ground troops.
Oh yeah, look at that, right through the windshield.
Again,
And
kids.
proud about their,
Oh, I should fucking.
2 kids right there.
shooting a bullet right through the windshield.
They did respect the chain of command because they were requesting to fire in every instance.
Just be advised, 6 Bushmaster 6 are getting faster radio.
Yes, right there. Actually running from 208 for strong 4. We call frequency.
Yeah, I just drove over a body.
This is Namir's body. There was a US independent journalist who took some footage the next day of this region, and his witnesses told him that next day that they drove over someone who was half alive and killed him when he was half alive. Now, we don't have independent confirmation of that, but on the other hand, this is from the day after, long before we released this material.
I don't think there's a clear violation of international law.
Hey, I need to get the brass to drop ramps. I got a wounded girl. We need to take the rough to mile.
I don't think they knew that there were children in the van.
Bushmaster 7, Hotel 26, do you want us to
They didn't
move
know
to
there
your
wasn't.
location? Over?
They just
If
opened
you
fire.
Put the safety of your troops over civilians all the time, then you're going to end up losing the war because of the civilian population is the center of gravity in any counterinsurgency. And the United States made some pretty serious mistakes in Iraq and in Afghanistan early on, and I think part of
That's
the
a fucking
problem that we're
understatement.
seeing with the people in the helicopter is they may be blamed
dude is
for
such
rules of
a
engagement
turd.
that you know, we're too loose.
Okay, Roger, we're moving up north.
This
on
fuck
Madison,
gets a Kissinger
and
party.
we will push east
Yeah.
to your
Yeah.
location.
Oh, Rob's here. Hi, Rob.
Ground troops arrive at the van and they see that there are children inside the van, wounded children, and eventually a
That's
medic
Ethan
comes
McCord, by the
and
way,
looks
running
at
with
the
that kid. He's
children,
done interviews
and says, "There's
about
nothing
how
I can do here.
devastating
The
his
wounds are
experience
too
was
severe.
in the war.
I want them to be taken to the military hospital at Rustenmeyer, a high-quality military hospital." He radios in to the sort of higher command, and he is told, "No, I'm not going to do that. Instead, deliver them to Iraqi police."
Roger, that's a negative on evac the two civilian kids to Rusty. They're going to have the IPs link up with us over here, break. IPs will take them up to a local hospital, over. That's a good copy, over. After that,
Wouldn't want those pesky kids living. Well, they lived, motherfuckers.
It's their fault for bringing their kids to a battle. That's right.
Oh,
didn't
fuck
see
you.
He didn't bring kids. No, I can't.
They didn't. They didn't bring kids to a battle.
He was driving his kids to school and came upon a massacre and stopped to help, and that was justification for murdering
He saw a couple dead
him.
journalists and was trying to help one of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
He strolled up on a war crime.
terrorist?
Yeah, he strolled up on a war crime and then became a victim of another war crime.
Yeah, like I know it might be that hard. Like I know it might be that hard for that fucking drone to understand, but normally when people see someone badly wounded,
we want to help.
They move to help the person out of pure sympathy and normal human emotions and normal human things that you would think we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Fucking straight up like apologizing and victim blaming. Ugh. Gross.
Yeah. They were afraid for their lives, Glory. They were scared. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Coming right for us.
Seriously, fuck you. There aren't enough.
I shouldn't say that on the internet. I shouldn't say that on the internet, Glory.
How often do you say that to yourself in your head? Because I say it to myself a lot. Don't say that on the internet.
I'm really fighting the urge to say it. Just play the video. I'm really fighting the urge to say it.
All right.
Any battle at all. This is a statement by the gunner. You can recognize his voice, and by the pilot.
Roger.
Yeah, it wasn't a battle. It was just a massacre. There was no battle. It was a one-sided fight.
If you're looking in your living room at this video, you can see that the people in the van appear to be children, but under combat circumstances. I don't really believe these guys were out to kill innocent civilians. I think that can be established, or at least you can give them the benefit of the doubt.
No, I cannot give them the benefit of the doubt.
I won't.
No. Mm-mm. Nope. Definitely not giving you the benefit of the doubt.
Roger, I can hear a small arms fire from your engagement area at 2000, about 300 meters from that objective.
The Apache has given a report from ground troops that they hear small arms fire, once again, somewhere in the vicinity, about 300 meters from their last engagement.
Right. He's got a weapon. Got an AK-47. Hotel 26, Crazy Horse 18. Gonna lose him.
Crazy Horse 18, this Hotel 26, over.
Roger, have another individual with a weapon. If you like, Crazy Horse 18 could put a missile in that building.
Crazy Horse 18, this is Bushmaster 6 Romeo. If you PID the individuals in the building with weapons, go ahead and engage the building, over.
If you have positively identified individuals in that building with weapons, go ahead and engage the building. So this is a policy where people with weapons, or reportedly with weapons, walk into a building, you can destroy the building.
2007 was a more violent time. In this case, back in Iraq, the rules of engagement were less restrictive than they are in Afghanistan now. So what you're seeing there, I think, is we do have the luxury of hindsight.
Put a missile in that building.
So here is the building in its context.
You need
This is the building
hindsight?
they're intending to target on. Here's the street.
We're literally starving Afghanistan with sanctions right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Again, you need hindsight. We've been doing this shit forever. Like this is what we do. We brutalize other people in other countries
Yeah.
for
Hindsight,
like resources, and
like-
this is what we do. You need hindsight to know that that's bad, and we
You
shouldn't do
have
that.
hindsight going back to the fucking birth of the United States of America.
Who the
Man,
fuck needs
I don't know
hindsight to
who
know
this-
that this is bad?
Dude, I don't know who this fuckstick is, but God, he's a douche.
He is
Bro, I want to punch him.
a
Like-
horrendous human being. Like, sir, you need to do some soul searching. You need to look inside yourself. You're broken. You are broken. Anybody who thinks like this is broken, this is not okay. No. You don't get to enter into a country on false information that you
link to
made
this
up.
Video, Misty.
Huh?
Where's the link to this video?
I don't know. Sleepy's got it.
It's on WikiLeaks. I'll shoot you the link.
Okay, yeah. Throw the link in the private chat. I'm gonna see who this fuckstick is.
Yeah. Seriously, fuck this guy. Fuck anybody who makes justifications for this shit. It's gross. Nope. I can't believe we're accepting of this. I mean, I can. But it's annoying. How about that? It is really fucking annoying. Okay.
Roger that. Right, put a kilo in. All right, let me back. Let me get. I'm gonna come around and get some more distance. Yeah, roger that. You're clear.
There's two more people who are entering into this building. As far as we can see, they are armed. Now keep an eye on the left-hand side of the screen.
Roger, I'll get you in constraint. You're clear. Firing.
So just a pedestrian walking down the street, clearly seen on the gun camera, not even worthy of comment.
There it goes. Look at that bitch go. Batouche.
The pilots used some unfortunate language, and that's
Unfortunate language?
going on.
Unfortunate language? No, they loved it. What the fuck?
Did he just say
Not the
that out
language they
loud?
use, dickhead.
Did he just say that out loud?
Yes.
They use some I need that on a shirt.
I'm about to use some unfortunate language, Misty.
Unfortunately, yes, go ahead, Sleepy Josh. It's justified.
Fuck.
Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. Oh my God, sir. You are broken. Who is he, Glory?
I hope
Who is
there's
he?
a hell. I hope he goes there.
People like him make me wish that I believed in hell. Seriously. That makes me wish I believed in hell. You're broken. You are dude, they just straight up murdered that guy walking down the street. That was straight up murder.
Forms of hell. I believe in karma. I believe in second lives.
I wish I believed in karma too, but it doesn't.
And I
usually.
hope I find out that he's dead so I can find him reincarnated as a fucking piece of shit.
Seriously, you guys. They just murdered somebody and was just like totally chill and not. They used
Like, meh.
unfortunate language. They
Well,
just
like-
murdered somebody.
Dude, like
Multiple
Sam
people.
said, they didn't even they saw the dude walk and they're like, they didn't even mention the guy. They're like, he's gonna die. It doesn't matter.
Just he wasn't even in the building.
That
And then
fucking yeah.
if somebody enters who's armed, then you can shoot up the whole. You can explode the whole building, no matter who happens to be in there. There could be innocent women, children, innocent people.
You know there was.
You know there was. You know there was. But that's okay. You're okay with that. They use unfortunate language. Fuck you. Fuck you. That's so I honestly, you guys. And this is coming. Oh,
Hi,
hey,
Mona.
Mona. The Michael Phelps of girlfriends.
Mona. Aw.
I was very high when I came up with that. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, so this fuckwad's name is Ivan Elland. He's a U.S. defense analyst. So it's even worse than that. He's not even a fucking general or some shit who has to lie.
No.
He's just a fucking analyst.
He's just a shitheel?
He's just a bootlicker. That's all he is. He's a bootlicker. Dude, you
Dude,
really
he's
are
looking
broken.
that shit. He deep throating that shit.
Yeah, he is.
Fuck, he's still alive too. Oh, sorry, I said that out loud. I don't fucking care.
See, there is no karma.
You had some unfortunate language
I wish.
there.
Yeah, unfortunate language. See, it's all right, Glory Jones. It was just unfortunate language. It's fine. They did some unfortunate war crimes. They sure did.
Apparently, Wikipedia is saying this dude is a libertarian. This dude is the worst.
That doesn't really surprise me.
Ever.
I mean, that's the self-identify. You know what I mean? Words don't mean anything. You know what I'm saying?
This must be like. He must have had like some fucking transformation or something. Jesus Christ.
I don't care. Fuck this guy.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
You. Ugh.
Unfortunate language. Unbelievable. Okay, let's see. What else we got here?
Be a little more room. Nice missile.
Did it look good?
Sweet.
Modern aerial warfare is treated like a video game, and the pilots and gunners concerned appear to become corrupted. By doing that, they're too far removed from their victims. They just want to get a high score, and that results in this indiscriminate killing where any excuse is looked for to provide something within the rules or close to the rules so they can start that attack.
Take out the radio, American 20 off of 3114.
Oh, this is gonna be fucking
Yeah.
good. I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself so that way I don't get a spam.
Unfortunate.
When you put people under these types of
It shouldn't have lasting consequences, except Julian Assange should be tortured for the next decade and, thrown into Belmarsh, facing 175 years in the United States. Seriously?
circumstances, they can react, they can overreact, and under combat, when your adrenaline is high and that sort of thing, and you think there may be a potential threat, you're going to err on the side of saving your own life. They think that the guy has an RPG. They get really intense about shooting, and I think that sort of carries the whole thing.
For the consequences, it's up for history to decide. But
oh,
there
you
is one
fucking
consequence,
bitch-made
that we are
motherfucking piece of
already happy
fucking
with.
shit.
That is, the Pentagon has stated that those children who were not compensated will be compensated. So that is a small but clear and concrete
Yes, thanks to
outcome that will be
WikiLeaks.
a lasting effect. For
The
broader
kids
effects,
involved
this is up
did get
for,
some compensation.
Everyone to decide, but the material is certainly gaining a lot of scrutiny and consideration.
An official military investigation took place in 2007, clearing all U.S.
Of course,
personnel involved.
They investigated themselves
Nevertheless,
and discovered
the
that they
video
did
has
nothing
now been
wrong.
Released.
Shocking.
But what are the ramifications of making such videos public?
Yeah,
The video
it's
still
like
has not been released by the Pentagon, and it was only as a result of a whistleblower inside the US military stepping forward with the material that we see it now. There would be no discussion today at all if it was not for that military whistleblower stepping forward.
In the United States, at least, the U.S. press regularly sanitizes the effects of war. I don't think it's as bad overseas, but implicitly that's the press here supporting the war. And I think if more of these scenes of actually what happens during war, there may be more reluctance to, on the part of the congressional representatives, on the part of the president, on the part of the American public to send forces overseas, because I think everyone thinks that the troops were well-meaning, but when they're put in these situations,
No, I don't.
these types
No.
of things
You were
happen.
literally like 40% of the way there for that one comment until you fucked it up at the end. My
Yeah.
guy, you fucking dumbass. Like, honestly, and I mean, really, like the military, deep military investigation confirmed that, the men weren't acting in the wrong. That's like the equivalent of saying, oh yeah, this deep and far-reaching police commission investigating into the police shooting an unarmed black man found that,
We didn't do anything wrong.
that due to the circumstances and the background of the victim, he's just not really guilty of anything.
It's sort of intense. Yeah, you think? It is sort of intense.
Sort
It's
of
unfortunate.
intense.
Unfortunate language. Oh my God.
Well, at least we got through it.
We did. And thank you, Julian Assange. Thank you, Chelsea Manning, for having the courage to bring this shit forward. We should know about all this stuff. And that's how we stop the war machine. We need to expose it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I love. Honestly, I love when anti-war progressives or Twitter commies or whatever are like, they don't give a shit about Julian Assange, but pretend to be anti-war and anti-imperialist. Nobody's done more to expose it than Julian Assange. And
Not one fucking, not even close.
It's not even in the same universe. You know what I'm saying?
Except maybe David McBride.
No.
Hey.
Well,
I mean, that's closer.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. Well, that was a leak. That's not. Assange has released a lot more
Julian
about
Assange
war
has
in
released a
general.
lot of stuff.
But
so yes,
the
Chelsea Manning. I mean, yeah.
But you don't get those kind of leaks very often from
No.
very many people.
No. And that's why they're doing to Julian Assange what they're doing. It's why they did to Chelsea Manning what they did to her. That's why they always go after the truth teller, the whistleblower, the journalist, whatever, because it's used to scare other people. That's why we don't get them so often. It's used to scare other people away from doing what they did.
And they successfully scared the public from giving a shit.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Really?
It's because they control the narrative. So they can do whatever they want. They can tell us whatever story. Seriously, people are just waiting around to be told what to think. That's what happens.
It's really depressing.
It is really fucking depressing. Yes. Yes. And McBride is seriously fucking hardcore, and I love him so much.
Same.
I seriously do. I love David McBride. I do. He is fantastic. Great human being. Like seriously, how does he remain so positive, y'all? I am like the most cynical, like just done bitch on planet Earth. And David McBride is facing.
It was great when he was on your show recently because, like, you actually.
Oh, Sleepy froze.
No.
But I think he was gonna say that I made him laugh because I was trying to make him. You know what I mean? He's got a lot of shit coming at him, y'all. He really does. I think his next court date's in September, and I'm hoping the movie comes out soon because Claire Jones, we need to talk to David McBride.
We do.
You're going to be in DC on Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay, we can do a show from DC if you want.
Nice.
Because I got to take my stuff down. I'm going to go down early, actually, on Friday. There you are. We lost you right as you started talking about.
Yeah, I was just going to say it was nice to hear him on your show. Like, you actually got him to laugh a bunch of times.
Yeah, that was my goal. I always try to, like, he's got a lot of shit. He's got a lot because I want to talk to him and I want to get the serious information, but I also want to make him laugh.
Yeah, well, I mean that's why
Well, he said it. It gives him a pick-me-up.
Not to flex or anything, but that's why people love Slow News Day so much. It's because it's not all serious over there. Obviously, we go
people
through the
still need to laugh,
but then we also go through the extreme unprofessionalism and the occasional laugh. So yeah, I mean, you need it because it's like, I don't know. I'm a believer in the sense that sometimes you have to try and speak things into existence and like materialize shit purely based on your own wavelengths and your own energy. So I think that's something that I see in like a lot of activists and a lot of political prisoners, and just trying to will good things into existence, because like without it, you know, your mental state is going to crumble. And especially considering what you're up against, like imagine where you would be if you didn't have that mindset, or if you didn't have that kind of support system around you doing that kind of stuff. So it's like, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We do need to, like, I just talked to Warren about this. He came on my show and we were talking about the fact that you know, we still need to laugh. Like when Indy asked him to
Absolutely.
join INN, he was like, "Yeah, but I don't really do a news show. Like I do more of like a talk show." And Indy's like, "Yeah, but we need to laugh. We still need those people. Like it doesn't have to be all serious all the time, and we don't have to expect everybody like to be covering the same things that we're covering. And if they're not, then we're gonna, you know what I mean? We
Bro,
still need."
yeah, no, and
Yeah.
that's life. For what it's worth, like you can go to any one of these war-torn countries and you will still find some of the happiest motherfuckers out there. It's like you can, you know, I'm obviously not saying that to trivialize what they're going through, but you can go to places in but you can go to Yemen, you can go to the various places in Africa right now where we're fomenting conflict, like in Nigeria or in the Niger Delta or in the Congo. You can go to any one of these Latin American countries like Cuba or Haiti or anywhere else, and you can find that there's still a lot of like happiness and upbeat spirits, because like sometimes when you're in that kind of situation, sometimes the least you can do or the most you can do is try and materialize your own good energy into, you know, such a shite world. I'm getting like really philosophical here, but like it's true. I mean, you know, it's
Glory,
like
you're talking to the person that invents my own wins. Like I just
bro,
make that shit up.
it's like the stereotype where like Africans and Caribbeans are always like dancing and praising God. Like it's fucking true. Look at the shit that a bunch of them are facing. That's one of the fucking best stereotypes we have. Bye, Mona.
Bye, Mona. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye, Mona. I'll see you tomorrow.
Have fun with your kid. Ooh. Okay, Sleepy.
That was funny. Oh goodness. Okay, we did get through it, you guys. I'm very proud of us for getting through it. You know, that's collateral murder. That's a big part of the reason why Julian Assange is in Belmarsh. Well, not a big part. It is a part, though. I think there's a lot of things that have gone into imprisoning Julian Assange, but this is definitely part of it for sure. And thank you, Julian Assange, for giving this. Yeah, for giving this to us. Let me
pitch the event.
Yeah, so In the Damn Wars is still fundraising, I think. Trying to get the link. Okay, seriously, just hush. Really? My cats are about to fight. Shit, where's the okay, here we go. Here's the link. They have a go get funding up. If you are able to donate. No, shut up. Please do. They're still fundraising. And then if you can come to DC. So here's the schedule. Okay, Sunday, April 10th at noon, and it's starting at John Marshall Park. There's going to be a Pots and Pans Peace March through the streets of DC. Again, that's at noon at John Marshall Park. And then Sunday night at 7:30, there is a Stand Up for Assange show that Randy Credico is putting on. I'm pretty sure that tickets sold out already a while ago. But you know, if you want to come hang out in the area, I'm sure we could get into some mischief somehow. And then Monday, April 11th, which is the 3-year anniversary of Julian Assange's kidnapping, essentially. We will be outside the British Embassy from 10 a.m. until noon. And then we'll take a little break and get some lunch. And then we'll go to the Department of Justice from 2 to 4. I wanted to get 2 protests in while we're there. Might as well, you know, go to both places.
Yeah, I mean, you may as well hit up like kind of both aspects of it.
Yeah. And I want to try to hit Merrick Garland's house if we can maybe do that Saturday night. Because I'm gonna get into town Friday, so we'll have all day Saturday.
If we pots and pans that shit.
Yeah.
I ain't joking.
I'm not either.
I'm not either.
Yeah, I'm not either. No, I mean, yeah, I would like to go to Merrick Garland's house while I'm down there. I know Paula's traveling. Paula usually does. Paula's amazing. She goes down there and does like the one woman vigil thing outside of Merrick Garland's house, and I love her. So she's traveling on Saturday, so she doesn't know what time she's going to actually get into DC. But hopefully, once she gets into DC, we can, hit her up and maybe we can go down Saturday night. That's why I was saying Saturday night. Maybe do that. I know we're gonna have to spend some time making stuff and
still got a fuckload of whistles. You could do that too.
I think Andrew has the whistles, any that we had left over.
Damn.
I thought about getting whistles. I got flashlights to give to everybody because I figured that was something that's also like we could all use a flashlight, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
Outside of a whistle, like especially as a parent.
I mean how y'all whistled for the Chelsea thing? Whistle
I would appreciate a nice whistle, just
I have a giant
you just
yellow
need a
whistle
megaphone, Gloria Jones.
Yeah, I have a megaphone for you.
Oh, you do? Awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Battery's already charged.
You didn't even steal one of the batteries so she couldn't use it.
No, I want her to use it. I want Gloria to, yes, Gloria on a megaphone is glorious.
Oh, it's magical.
It is magical. It is. And I don't think Andrew's coming. And I cannot tell you how sad I am about it. And I miss Andrew and I wish he was coming. But I don't think he's going to swing it. And
we don't have Pasta to MC either because, and I'm going to fucking air this out because I don't care.
Can we?
Y'all motherfuckers for Defeat the Mandates. Put your fucking big ass fucking protest in Los Angeles on the other side of the country on the same weekend that lands on the 3-year anniversary of Julian Assange being dragged out of Belmarsh prison. I'm not saying that, I'm not saying you can't organize for any other cause.
But could we just check around, see what else is going on?
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed, honestly.
I am so actually annoyed too. Because it's just how is April 10th a significant date? Also, why weren't you doing big ass Defeat the Mandates protest?
When there were mandates. Well, a lot of the mandates have been dropped.
Yeah. Well, not only when there were mandates, but why weren't you doing it closer to the trucker protest?
Right.
It's yes, I know there's an American trucker convoy. I know that there is one, but why didn't you do a big ass Defeat the Mandates while that was going on? Instead, you're no. And also, the Defeat the Mandates protest, that shit ended in DC. So if you're going to do your Defeat the Mandates, why the fuck wouldn't you just make the second one in DC?
I think because California's been more restrictive on the mask mandates.
Yeah, so I don't know why they didn't. It was fucking terrible. Yeah. But why didn't you do it earlier then?
Yes.
Because the mask mandate is lifted in most of the state at this point. So,
that's what I'm saying. This seems very there are no yes, there are still some mandates in some random places here and there, but for the most part, and I'm not saying that we shouldn't still be paying attention to the COVID thing and the COVID agenda. We absolutely should be.
Yeah.
But y'all, do we really have to do a fight the mandates protest again? Just the same weekend as the Julian Assange just could you maybe check around, see if there's something else going on? I mean, I've been advertising the Assange event for a couple months now. And I'm not saying that everybody knows who I am, everybody's seen it, but maybe just look around, just try to check and see.
We're not out here organizing Assange protests on May Day or MLK Day.
Right. So I always try to be mindful of, there are certain things that when we organize this one, it was going to be on April 11th. I don't care what else it just makes sense. It's the anniversary. Okay. So I was going to do it on April 11th, but the Clovers event that was around St. Patrick's Day, but we still made an effort to look and see if there's anything else going on. You always want to try to do that because we're all competing to get people out and to get speakers and to all, you know what I mean? So it just annoys me that, that's going to suck a lot of the air out of the room.
Yeah.
Oh, and we're already up against so much, trying to get information out about Julian Assange and trying to get people's attention. And so, yeah. Just tired. That's all.
I know, and it's like it's very annoying. Yeah, it's annoying, and that's what sucks about it. Is it's not terrible, but it is very annoying.
I'm glad they're having a yes, okay, yes, we should do no mandate yes, absolutely. I'm down for that, but I'm just annoyed. That's it. I'm just annoyed. That's all. Not mad. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah.
You know? Ugh.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope the protest is successful. I do. I really do.
I'm definitely not a big fan of some of these, doctors in the company of defeating the menace. Robert DARPA Malone.
I didn't even look to see who was involved or whatever. There's a good chance that it's some, y'all. It's not like other movements haven't been infiltrated and
absolutely
weaponized. Black Lives Matter. Shit.
Look at Black Lives Matter. Look at this movement. Look at the fucking environmental movement. Look at Anonymous. Look at everything.
They all doing the State Department's work for them.
That's
for free. Not even getting paid anymore.
Hashtag op get pegged. Am I right?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're gonna at least get paid. If you're gonna be a
sellout little fucking pro-war bitch, at least get paid for it.
For real. Can you imagine doing that shit for free? Oh.
Well,
I mean, I didn't see it on my bingo card, but here we are.
Here we are.
Putin is bad, guys.
Fam, we have pro-war protests happening in the United States right now. What's his face? What's that guy? Oh, I hate names. The guy that just spoke at the protest.
Gwylensky?
No. Say it again.
Volodymyr Gwylensky.
Volodymyr.
Oh my god, that was great.
It
took me a minute. I'm slow.
That is great. Say it again.
Volodymyr Gwylensky. Oh my god.
Did you what did you make that up?
Me and Steve came up with it on Sunday because we kept calling him Juan Guaido, and then we just started fucking combining their names, and he was like, Volodymyr really rolls off the tongue.
I love it so much. I feel like the hyenas from Lion King right now. Say it again.
Volodymyr Gwylensky. Oh my god. Well, and it's because it's so to explain it for asking for the reference. Basically, there's the rumors that Zelensky is in Poland and using green screen for all his videos. And then who else is notorious for using green screens to fake pro-US propaganda? Juan Guaido. Both of them extreme actor puppets of the US. So combine them and you have combined Volodymyr Zelensky and Juan Guaido, and you have
Volodymyr Gwylensky.
What?
Is it CIA's Voltron?
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
And it's bro, you dead ass had an appearance from him at the fucking Grammys. I saw that shit.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh man, I can't wait to see the appearance from Gaddafi against his war against NATO. Oh, never mind. That's right. It's all right.
Oh, it's so obvious. They're so obvious. Oh, god damn it. And people still think are super they love Zelensky, and he's like a heartthrob now, and he's such a stud, and he's and if you criticize him now, you're anti-Semitic.
He's so brave.
He
said he told those people at NATO, "I need ammunition, not a ride."
Yeah, did you hear when he was talking to the Azov Battalion, and he was like, "I'm not a loser." Yeah, you are, buddy.
Yeah,
I hate to tell you, you really are a loser. Oh,
I hate this shit.
I do too.
Me too.
I'm so over it. I really am so over it.
I think we should get out of here soon. We're all a little cranky.
Yes, and I need to go to bed because I have a shit ton of things to do before DC. I'm stressed the fuck out. Yeah, so I need to go to bed. I got shit to do. All right. Thanks for coming, Glory Jones.
Of course.
Oh, did I ever drop the link? Did I drop the link?
You're too sleepy.
Did I?
Drop the link for what?
for the go get funding? I probably forgot
I
because
don't
I
think you
was
did.
talking and I get distracted. There it is again. If anybody can donate to their thingamajiggy, do so. They're still trying to fundraise. And then again, Sunday, at noon, John Marshall Park, Pots and Pans rally. And then Monday from 10 to noon, we're going to be at the British Embassy. From 2 to 4, we'll be at the Department of Justice. It's going to be fun. It's very therapeutic to, yell "go fuck you" to the Department of Justice in a megaphone.
It's worth going to hear Glory Jones on a microphone.
That's true.
So if you're close, go.
Yes, and if you would like to see me be awkward and trying to MC an event because Pasta's not there, that's probably what's going to go down. That's probably what's going to go down. But Glory Jones will be there to hype me. She's a good hype man, so that's helpful.
I'll take up that mantle.
Yes. Oh, I need to bring my cape. There it is. I'll bring it. Guys. I will totally bring it. It's a dope cape. Okay, that's all we have. Do the stuff, write the letters, make the phone calls, send the tweets, do the stuff. Come to DC, please and thank you. If you can't come to DC, be a protest. All it takes is a poster board and a Sharpie and a sidewalk. Be safe.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it takes. Or you can some flyers or some yellow ribbons or whatever. Just
Or
do
just
something.
Talk to people you know about it. Like you'd be
Yes.
surprised how little people know about the whole thing.
Yes. And don't be overwhelmed. I understand that it's a complex case. There's a lot of moving parts. It's like a whole thing. It's like a whole soap opera, right? It's very intense. It's very crazy. There's a lot going on. It's okay if you don't have the answer. You can ask one of us. You can look at there's
a
the information
lot.
is available
Put it this
to you.
way. Put it this way. There's a lot going on, but also it's very simple to understand. Okay, the U.S. is trying to exposing their war crimes.
Yeah, you froze there, but yes.
I was just saying.
They're trying to lock up a journalist for 2 fucking centuries or whatever.
Convenient glitch.
Convenient timing on the freeze.
Thanks,
there.
Kevin, you fuckhead.
Yeah. Thanks, Kevin. But yeah, you're watching murder in slow motion. They are torturing this man to death as a way to threaten other people and to warn other people. He's being used as a warning. He shouldn't be there. He didn't do anything wrong. He did journalism. That's it. That's been pretty solidly established. Even the government of the United States has admitted to, that much in court. Like in court, they've basically admitted that they don't have a case in, various different ways. And, every meager sense of a case that they had before has completely imploded over the past year between the Siggy Thordarson thing and the UC Global case and the Max Blumenthal and Yahoo stuff where, the whole kidnapping and murder plots were being discussed. Any one of those three things should have this case lit on fire.
The existence of the Espionage Act itself.
Yes. Yeah. He's not American. We're charging him under the United States Espionage Act. He's not American.
not giving him First Amendment privileges because he's not a citizen.
Yes. So they're having their cake and eating it too. It's disgusting. I honestly, I'm a little frustrated because again, I cannot find the words. I don't have the words to get you to understand why you should care about this. But you should. How about that?
Yes. Stick around for 2 seconds after this.
Okay. All right, guys, we're out of here. Help me hype the events, please. Please. I'm basically on my own. Please help me. Okay. We love you. Bye, guys.